Welcome to this year's BELMA Award ceremony. It has been awarded every year since 2009 at the book fair as a physical meeting, and it has been growing in importance, acceptance, and in participation. So this year is an online event for the second time. We were all looking forward to a real ceremony, but fate, or more precisely, Corona, would not have it. But I think we'll make the most of it, and I'm really grateful that so many publishers have taken part and that we have so many great, really great products that we could evaluate and have awarded a prize. So for those who don't know me, my name is Helga Holtkamp, and I'm the director of the EEPG, the European Education and Publishers Group. We organized this award together with the Frankfurt Book Fair and IATEM. But before we get to the exciting bit of giving the prizes, there are a couple of things I'd like to point out. First, as you all know by now, the session is being recorded, and by staying, you are agreeing to the recording. Secondly, please use the chat and not the Q&A if you want to comment and or ask questions. And also, because we are so many people, I have made the people who are going to say something discussion participants, but I know I've missed a few. So if there's anybody who wants to speak and he hasn't got the right to speak yet, like Siegfriedur, I'm going to do that in a minute, please write in the chat and not the Q&A and say, hello, I'm here, I want to say something when we get a prize. And this year we are actually giving out 16 prizes in the 4 categories. The categories are referred to by numbers and they correspond roughly to age groups. And you can find the exact definitions on the website, but here's a brief reminder. Category 1 is for children of up to 7, so that's kindergarten and first years of primary. 2 is for pupils between 8 and 11 or 12, and 3 for students between 12 and 16. And category 4 is for students older than that. Now, I know it's a long time, 2 hours on the screen and waiting for you to get a prize, but to make it more interesting, we have changed the procedures slightly. This year, we will not go by category, but we'll be awarding all the bronzes first, then the silvers, the golds, and finally the specials. I'll explain what the specials are a little later. But first of all, I would like to introduce 3 people to you who are joining me here today and who are part of the jury, and they helped me moderate this session. They are all jury members. The whole jury consists of 8 people, but for some reason, I'm the only woman here today, but we are actually 4 women and 4 men. So we are all into gender equality, and gender equality, as we'll see in a minute, is also something that the jury is looking for when evaluating books. So here they are, and I would like to just ask you to say something so that people can see you on screen first. So I start with Jean-Claude Lasnier, the chairman of the jury. He is a Council of Europe expert in education. Jean-Claude, say something. I think you have your microphone switched off.
Okay, I'm really glad to digitally hold these BELMA prizes for 2021. On to Jim or Chris, perhaps?
Yeah, Christoph is a professor at the Institute for Book Studies in Mainz, Christoph Blesi, And Christoph, can you just say hello?
Yeah, hello. I'm happy to be here. And I just wanted to add that I'm one of the very few people who have the chance to go to Frankfurt Book Fair physically. And I only had to come to another place now to have a stable Wi-Fi. So greetings from Frankfurt.
Okay. And here's Jim, who is an education publishing consultant, and he's based in the UK and not traveling at this time.
I'm afraid not, much though I would like to. I'm sitting here about 20 miles north of London.
Okay, so before Jean-Claude and I hand out the prizes, I'm going to ask Christoph and Jim a few questions about the jury and their role and the products that we are judging every year. And also, I noticed that another jury member has joined us, is Eva from Norway. I haven't seen the others yet, but there are so many, I'm not sure. So if I miss somebody, they might just write in the chat, the jury members, and say, hello, we are here. So Jim, let me start with you. Maybe you can briefly outline what the jury is looking for when evaluating a learning material. Is it more the looks? Is it the content? What's important?
Well, clearly it has to be both looks and content. If you can't read a textbook easily, find your way through it, be attracted to it in the first place, then it's going to be of limited use. You have to be happy with the size of the type, for example. You have to find the illustrations attractive and useful, and of course, very important, age appropriate. These are all elements of what is essentially design, which can make or break the product, just as much as the quality of the writing or the coverage of the subject. The jury always considers these things. Then, naturally, the content has to be right, by which we mean usually relevant to the curriculum and satisfying the expectations of the user. And the user is the student first, let's not forget, then the teacher.
Right, yes. Student first, I think that's very important. What about you, Chris? Could you elaborate on this?
I can maybe by looking at some more recent developments. What we have seen with respect to content is in a broad manner a development in the direction of more diversity, then also protection of the environment. The diversity would include things like differentiation, that you have different parts for different kinds of pupils. And this is all an interesting observation with respect to the form and to the looks. It is interesting to see that there are at least two very different approaches, and both of them can lead to excellent results. One of them is to take seriously what the pupils get exposed to during the day, mostly web, magazine, very fast, very colorful, and so on. And another way with respect to the looks we sometimes see is that a publisher would like to do something completely different to what the children are exposed all day, and have it with large illustrations, a lot of white spaces, and so on. So it is interesting, and as Jim said, both channels contribute to a product that we would consider worthwhile or worth a price.
Okay, that's really interesting. I'm just wanted to write in the chat and say to everybody who's sort of watching, you are absolutely welcome to ask questions to Chris and Jim in the chat. We'll be monitoring it. So I just finished my line here, so now you can all see it. Yeah, and Chris, what about, you've been a member of the jury for quite some years now, and what you just elaborated on, do you think you've seen any sort of significant changes over the last few years?
Apart from the aspects I have mentioned, there is very good news by saying that the overall quality with respect of a lot of criteria we have just mentioned has improved heavily. And it is increasingly hard to put the very best out of the excellent stuff. So that it is hard. So this is a positive development, and probably it's a bit too ambitious to say, but if our awards have contributed only a little to this kind of development, it would be great. Probably it's other developments also within the countries with respect to the overall society and so on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree, Chris, as you'd expect me to. It's becoming harder, though, seriously, it is becoming harder to decide in some cases who should get a prize and who might not, just because the overall quality is so high. And that makes our job that bit more challenging and more interesting. I think that may be because editors and authors have to be even more in tune with what children expect and be able to reflect that between the covers every time.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you actually think that these last developments have been influenced by Corona? What's been the effect apart from the fact that we are all sitting and watching screens now, but what's the effect on learning materials and teaching materials, of course?
Yes, I think there has been a Corona effect, probably in a good way. Most of the effects have been in a bad way. But I think, yes, there has been a good Corona effect insofar as it may encourage authors and publishers to be even more alert to contemporary issues, as indeed they did or began to be when green issues became topical. They rose to the occasion then, and I think they're doing the same thing now. And these issues, the new ones which are emerging, whatever they are, might become permanent considerations or might hopefully be, like Corona, more fleeting, more transient.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Certainly we can observe that the range of options publishers and with them teachers and pupils have as a consequence of the developments during the Corona time will be steadily a larger range of possibilities, and as certain as the normal thing in teaching will be in classroom, the possibility to have the developments from the Corona times for special cases will make has the potential to make teaching better. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I was talking to some teachers, and one of the things that they sort of were pointing out is that self-assessment is becoming a very large feature, and individual learning and teaching, and that of course was furthered by Corona, and not necessarily voluntarily, but it had some good effects also, that students can learn more asynchronous, and some people who are not so good can spend more time. And I think we'll see in one of the one or more of the prizes that this has had a positive effect on and influenced the products. So there aren't any questions at the moment. So is there anything you would like to add, Chris or Jim? Yeah.
I would like to add
something. Go on, Chris.
Go on, Chris, first.
Thank you. And it would be the attempt to have a 1 or 2 line recommendation. And my recommendation in a nutshell would be take the reality and the life of pupils as a point of departure for what you do, but then confront, take it as a chance, an opportunity to confront pupils with something new, thought-provoking, beautiful, irritating, and so on, so that, and then don't tell people and pupils, but show them that learning and shifting the borders of the known helps or can help to cultivate life and to make life better. And a last recommendation would be, take the target groups, well, finally the pupils, as Jim has said, seriously, and take them so seriously that that you might confront them with some kind of humor. Because you take them seriously, you can confront them with making fun of parts of what you teach.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jim.
Yeah, I think if you were to ask me to summarize or encapsulate 2 or 3 headings for our friends and colleagues out there who are thinking about the 2022 BELMA already, I hope, I would say just the same thing as I've said for far too many years now. First as a publishing director, when I said it to my editors, and then later as professor of publishing when I talked to my students, my postgraduates. And I said this, and I still stick by it: keep trying to differentiate your product from the competition. Try to be the first in the marketplace when the curriculum changes, and keep producing innovative but always readable and accessible books. It sounds so easy, doesn't it? And one excuse me, one hobby horse of mine, one thing I'm always going on about, so colleagues, bear with me, don't put too much on the page.
Well, that's a very sort of fitting statement to conclude this round. Actually, when I was an editor a long time ago, I learned that when you look at a page, you need an eye rest from time to time. So the white spaces, Jim, that you are always asking for, they are actually quite good. And I think nowadays, in a time where so much actually we are experiencing so much at the same time, the quickness of movies, you know, the way things are cut, I think it's very important that people find a little space of reflection, even in books, or especially in books, but also in the great digital materials. So thank you very much for these interesting insights and about the work of the jury. Just checking, but there are no questions so far. So I think people are just very keen on finding out who has won this year. And so we'll now continue with the actual prizes, and Jean-Claude will start with presenting the bronze winners. You will have to give me a minute now because I have to switch on the presentation, and then Jean-Claude will talk over it, and then we'll show the videos from each company. So now we will see whether technology works.
Okay, as Elga has just pointed out, we will now start with the bronze winners, and we will see what kind of crop we have in terms of bronze awards for 2021. Here are the categories which Helga reminded us just before. Okay, so now let's have a look at the bronze award. So the first one is for category 2. It's Trampoline 1 and 2, a Swedish language course from Ottawa in Finland. And as you can see, it emphasizes interactivity. Students meet children of their own age, and you can see all the other comments, some of the other comments which the jury made. So congratulations for Ottawa and the Trampoline 1 and 2.
Okay, I'll just say something which I've forgotten to say before. We don't have a prize, a bronze or silver in every category, but in some categories we have a few more. So don't be surprised but in for bronze, we don't have anybody in category 2.
One.
And yeah, 1, sorry, 1, you're right. And when we get to a later category, you will see why we don't have any bronze in category 1. So now I will try and show the Ottawa video, which is very nice, but I couldn't get it running on my quick time, so I'm having to go. I have to go to Vimeo, which I'm now doing. From Finland. That's Swedish for hi and greetings from Finland.
We are so happy, proud, grateful, and deeply honored to be awarded this prize. This is a true boost for our team and really encourages us to continue our work. It means a lot to have this recognition from an international jury and proves that our pedagogical ideas and solutions have been the right ones.
It takes a lot of people to create a good educational material. We thank our devoted editors, Thea and Marielle, and our publishing house, Ottawa, who have backed our ideas and made it possible for us to produce material of truly high quality, even during the times of the pandemic. We also want to thank our families and loved ones who have shown great patience and given us space to focus on this work. Finland is a bilingual country, and sometimes it's tricky to motivate students to learn the other language. We are thrilled by the possibility to create a material that actually does make students learn Swedish better and also get a true insight into the minority culture, not only through grammar and text, but also through video, pictures, and cultural knowledge.
We are motivated and happy of the possibility to be part of increasing understanding between people through making language studies fun and rewarding for students and teachers in our schools. Thank you. Tack.
Tack. Tack. Tack.
Wow, so
thank you.
So that was a bit of a difficult start here, but I've learned a new lesson, and I hope from now on it goes more smoothly. And let me go back to the presentation. And while I'm trying to get there, you can maybe talk about title number 2.
Okay. So after trampoline 1 and 2, we had a second category 2 bronze award, which is skills from the Swedish publishing house Nature and Culture. And here it is. You can see on the screen that it's age appropriate, good quality illustrated videos, text and illustrations engaging. And this was, as Elga pointed out, a second bronze award for category 2. Perhaps now the video from Natural and Culture.
Yes, but it'll take me a second because I have to switch between applications now.
Yeah, okay.
So, and I won't switch my microphone off, I promise. So, here we go.
Hi, and welcome to Naturkultur in Stockholm. I'm Katarina Falk, Product Manager for Learning Materials in English. I'm very proud to receive this prize. When I read the evaluation report from the reviewers in the BELMA jury, I was very happy and pleased because I realized what they liked about skills are exactly the things we set out to create when writing skills. Skills is a learning material for students of today. Students who've been exposed to English at an early age and need to be challenged to keep up the motivation and interest. but at the same time, they need to learn the basics of the language. I would like to thank the BELMA jury for all the work they put into this award and for the prize, of course. Especially, I would like to thank the authors, Fiona Miller, Maria Olsson, and Rebecca Wolf, for all the creativity they put into this project. They've used all their experience of teaching in life, and they have added humor when writing skills. I also want to thank the illustrators, Sonja Reuterskiöld and Lee Rosén, for their illustrations that really help the text, the words, and the grammar to reach the students. And to make the content excel, it needs to be presented in an inspiring yet structured way. Therefore, I want to thank the graphic designer, Kari Wahlström, who made this material look very inviting. So finally, with such a skilled team, it was a pleasure to produce and publish skills. Thank you.
Okay. So that was the second one. We stayed in the Scandinavian country, but now I think we are going completely the other way. And I think there might be a slight problem with this next slide. Let me check.
The third bronze award for 2021 in category 3. It's devoted to a Spanish publishing house, Editorial Vicens Vives, and it's a double subject learning package about geography and history. And as you can see, it includes a lot of user-friendly and truly motivating learning resources and lots of self-evaluation, as Chris put it a bit earlier on. So here's the third bronze award.
Hello, everybody. My name is Cristina Gatin, and I'm the Social Studies Coordinator of Vicens Vives, a Spanish publisher specialized in educational material, including digital resources for all school levels. Today, it's a great honor to be able to accept the BELMA Award on behalf of Vicens Vives for our Geography and History textbook, aimed to secondary school year 1. This book is the result of a team effort involving many colleagues such as authors, editors, designers, and illustrators, to name a few. We all are enormously thankful for this recognition, and in particular for the detailed evaluation report given by the jury. It has been extremely enlightening for us and offers great encouragement to continue developing our work. I would like to finish off by introducing a brief video presentation about our history and geography book, ENRED. Thank you for your attention.
Look at them. 2,000 years separate them, but they are the same. Although the candidate for president almost certainly has a smartphone in his pocket, and he's not wearing a sheet. Both live in a democracy, a political system that, oh, you don't know what that is. Democracy is the system of government we have now. This means that your mother, your father, your grandparents, no, not your dog, I'm sorry, have political rights and duties. The main thing is the ability to vote. Yes, you can also vote when you are 18 years old.
Look, Dad, they use bronze drachmas here. This one shows a quadriga. I have heard people say that Sormis and Taron were born here.
Thank you.
This is now your turn, Olga, for the
Yes,
silver
this is now,
award.
yes. First of all, thank you very much, Jean-Claude, and thank you to Ottawa Naturhochkultur and Vicente Vives for these great titles. I will continue with the silver winners, but first of all, I would like to say that it was very, very hard to come to a final decision because we had so many great products in categories 2 and 3. So we are actually giving 2 silvers in category 3, but I will start with category 1. So here we go with the silver awards. And the first one is for Lehrmittelverlag Zürich, and it's called Schauplatz Ethik, which is ethics. And it is part of a whole series of books which goes up to category 3. And right from the start, the series points out the importance of accepting that people have different values and that these values need to be put into context. And we also thought that the production quality of the series is absolutely exceptional. So I think that Dirk from Lehrmittelverlag would like to say something, but I have to make him a discussion participant.
Well, I didn't really. I would like to remain in quiet happiness and not slow down the fabulous show, and just say thank you very much. We're very happy.
Okay, you're not actually slowing it down, because I think it's very nice if we can see the people who are involved in this and producing this these great products in person. So you're absolutely welcome. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And I will now continue with category 2. And actually for this, as we can see in a minute, the jury chose yet again an English title. We had one before from Sweden, so now we have one from Croatia. And this is New Building Blocks, and it's a very rich material for 3rd graders with very engaging illustrations and lots of fun activities, but also very sound methodology and a broad range of tasks and activities that make differentiation easy in the classroom. And I think that you would like to say something before I show the film. Is that true? So I'll stop my sharing, and you, Katarina, and Marco, you can say something. But we can't see your camera.
Now you're going to see us. Hi.
Hi.
Everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Greetings from Croatia.
So, do you want to actually say something, or do you just
Just
want
a
to
few
say hello?
words, okay, from us. Okay,
That's
today,
okay.
I'm going to present, okay, Prophet Let and to my dear colleagues from publishing department. We are very honored to be here with you, and we are extremely happy that our textbooks for English and history won silver medals at BELMA competition this year.
Yes, we at Profil Klet are actually very proud because we won 2 silver medals this year, and last year we received a gold award. So we consider this a great testimony of our creativity and innovative force. Also, we hope to continue creating high quality educational materials in the future for students and teachers alike, and also in printed and digital version as we already do, because we really have amazing teams in Croatia. So thank you all once again for recognizing that.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.
So here it is again, and I now show the film. And actually, because, as you will find out in a minute, Profil has won 2 prizes. We're just going to watch the first video, then I briefly show the second slide, and then we'll, and then, hang on, I'm not in the right sharing here, and then we'll show the second film. So here we go.
On behalf of the Profil Klet Publishing Company, our ESL editorial staff and authors, I would like to thank the jury for recognizing the quality of our new building blocks trade learning set and for presenting us with the Silver BELMA Award this year. I would also like to thank our authors, our illustrator, our graphic designers, our reviewers and teachers for their dedication and for the brilliance and creativity they have been sharing with us for over 2 decades.
The New Building Blocks journey started 21 years ago with the aim of enabling natural acquisition of the English language and developing the young learner's communicative competence. This textbook series promotes developing language skills in a natural and stimulative way, as content and activities have been carefully curated to cater to the students' age and interests. Special emphasis is placed on diversity, different learning styles and different abilities, which is also reinforced through digital content, meticulously planned special educational needs materials, and worksheets for lower and higher ability students. Our set reflects our belief in the importance of encouraging students to relate the content with their personal experiences, to express their opinions, and develop critical thinking and creativity. It also encourages their long-term motivation for learning English, intercultural awareness, and openness towards other cultures. We're deeply honored for having been granted a chance to learn and grow alongside our teachers and students. On behalf of the Profil Klet Publishing Company, our ESL editorial staff and authors, I would like to thank the jury for recognizing the quality of our new building blocks trade learning set and for presenting us with the Silver BELMA Award this year. I would also like to thank our authors, our illustrator, our graphic designers, our reviewers and teachers for their dedication and for the brilliance and creativity they have been sharing with us for over 2 decades.
So that was the first one, and we'll actually stay with Profil Klet for one of the silver awards in category 3. And this title is called Time Machine. I can't pronounce it as beautifully as the Croatians, so I won't even try. But it's a history material that encourages, through its organization into topics rather than a timeline, critical thinking. And I'm going to show you what the jury thinks of it in a second. So here you can see for yourself. For us, one outstanding feature was also the special needs text and workbook, which we found very impressive. I will show you the film.
Thank you for this award. I'm very happy to receive it in the name of my colleagues, my co-authors. And also I want to thank the crew from the digital and the graphic department. It was a very big and very exciting adventure to produce this textbook in these pandemic times, in very short deadlines, to produce something that is new and exciting for teachers and students, and also to fulfill all the needs of the new history curriculum.
BELMA 7 or Time Machine 7 is a history teaching set aimed at students who are 13 to 14 years old. The set consists of a textbook, workbook, and digital content for students. Chronologically, it covers the period from the late 17th century until the end of the Great War in 1918. It covers 16 mandatory and 2 elective topics. Each contains various materials, textual and graphic historical sources, timelines, maps, and functional questions, so that teachers and pupils can work on historical concepts envisioned by the state curriculum. The emphasis of the set is on inquiries and critical thinking. Questions along the basic narrative, historical sources, and historical maps are graded into levels of complexity and specificity according to the revised Bloom's taxonomy. Grading is present in each individual source, but also from the beginning until the end of the textbook. Digital content expands the learning curve with new sources and interactive elements, questions with feedback, 3D models, educational videos, etc. The main feature of the whole concept is the switch from factography to problem solving, where the teacher is the moderator of learning activities.
So thank you, Profi Klett, and for winning 2 prizes. As you will see, they are not the only ones in this year, in 2021. But I also wanted to say a little bit about participation this year. And I think it's actually reflecting that the BELMA is becoming more important. We had, despite the Corona crisis, we had so many entries this year, and they were really, really good. So we hope growing this, and we also hope that that you will profit from the the jury evaluations. And as you know, we are always also between the years here for you if you have questions and people sort of say, which category does this go to, or is it worth putting it in this year because it's not quite ready, should we wait till next? So between BELMAs, don't hesitate to talk to us from NAM in the from the Faroe Islands, and this is the final silver award. No, it isn't. It's the one in category 3, and I can't pronounce this at all, but I call it ocean resources, and it's what could be more appropriate than a product called ocean resources or sea resources, as the author will say in the video in a second. But it's not just about oceans, it's also about food and sustainability, and it takes the fishing industry as a starting point to discuss worldwide challenges concerning sustainability and environmental issues. And as we see and experience every day, these sustainability and environmental issues are those very important issues that concern all of us. So this is a great contribution, and the stunning photos and the videos make the material really, really engaging. So here's the
Sjófunge, which literally translates to sea resources, is new digital teaching material in nature and technology and home economics. The target group are pupils aged 12 to 13. Fishing and salmon industry are the 2 main pillars on which the Faroese economy stands on, but there has been little to no teaching materials about these 2 industries. In 2020, when COVID-19 was in its heights, NAM joined up with ICT company Tekne and Research Institute Sjókoven to create Sjófunge. Tekne provided the digital platform, Sjøkoven provided the material, and Noam edited and took care of the didactics. The material is built around 8 main topics, which are seen on the front page. Other than fishing and salmon industry, the topics presented are production of fishery goods, fishing and salmon industry in the Faroe Islands and the world, environmental impact, knowledge and sustainability, healthy food, and the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Using texts, pictures, illustrations, games, and videos, the pupils learned the significance of the ocean and the fishing and salmon industry in the Faroese context, and how the economy is affected by these industries. Pupils will work on the appropriate goals connected to the topics. They are given different tasks. They solve individual multiple choice assignments, work in small groups, and reflect on the given topic or assignment. We have chosen to use pictures, illustrations, games, and videos to support the pupils while reading the text. When new words or concepts are introduced, a definition of the selected word or concept will be given when marker is about the word. Part of the digital platform is a map of the Faroe Islands. The pupils may, for instance, research which companies offer service within the fishing and salmon industry, and what vessels are in the immediate environment. By selecting the link connected to the vessels, the pupils can see whether the vessels are in the Faroe Islands or if they are at sea in distant countries. Teacher instructions are made for the material. The teacher is guided step by step and is given a thorough understanding of how to use the material. Other possible sources are also mentioned if the teacher wishes to study the topic in greater depth.
Wow, thank you. I'm sorry I started the video without sharing my screen. I think I have a few technical issues here. So, but this is live, so you have to bear with me. So the next and final award in category 4 goes to this time in Denmark. And Voices of Art, as it's called, is a great resource for students, as you will see in a minute. So this is Voices of Art, and it's a great resource for students and teachers with an interesting approach. It's not looking at genres or timelines, but at topics, and focusing on them from different perspectives. It involves students at every turn, and it provides a great tool for students to create their own portfolio.
My name is Lise Mark. As author of Swiss Times internet book, Voices of Art, I'm grateful for the recognition you have awarded it. It's great to learn that in the evaluation, the jury has recognized the core objective in Voices of Art, namely that the world of art is presented to the learners in various ways to encourage curiosity, participation, reflection, discussion, and experiment.
One of these ways is to let a variety of voices speak for themselves, perhaps even contradicting one another. In fact, one could argue that there are a lot of diverse co-authors in Voices of Art. Ideally, they would all be here now: the high school student, art museum directors, gallery owners, artists, collector, museum official, etc. A famous proverb states that too many cooks spoil the broth, and at times I have doubted whether I could avoid spoiling this broth. Fortunately, this doesn't seem to be the case. Another way, however, is to develop various interactive features designed to involve and engage the students while strengthening their analytical skills, critical reflection, and creative thinking. To mention a few examples. The Nude Naked scale is an interactive exercise that can be solved at more levels and emphasizing the concept of open answers. The interactive drawing tool allows students to visualize analytical points or generating new creative ideas drawing on an existing image. The random obstructor generator used to motivate and facilitate analytical and creative processes. An interactive virtual art curator tool, allowing students to create their own exhibition while raising awareness of the complexity of curating. The virtual 3D exhibition tour designed as a virtual reality escape room, letting students experience an exhibition with an element of gamification.
So to BELMA, thanks for the award. To editor, Associate Professor PhD Lise Skytte-Jacobsen and Project Manager Claes Sønderris and the team behind Voices of Art, Jens Stusgaard, Anders Christensen, Chris Lærke, Christopher Sahil, Anne-Sophie Hansen, Christian Jorgensen, and Eva Ardi. Thanks and congrats.
Well, thank you. This concludes the silvers. I hand over to Jean-Claude in a minute. As usual, I need a second to sort things out here.
Okay.
And I'll share the screen.
What I can say already is that, as it was stressed by Jim, Chris, and Olga, the quality of the learning material was such in 2021 that the jury felt like holding more gold awards than usual. In fact, we never awarded so many gold awards than in 2021. So now, let's see who got these awards. So the first one on my list is called, yeah, okay. It's called Digital World. Sorry, I can't really read the Cyrillic alphabet, so here's the English translation. It's dealing with ICT, and it's been awarded to Vulcan Snanje from Serbia. As you can see, it's an online stuff. Great navigation, topics about digital society, safe use of digital devices, plenty of opportunities for individual research and so on. And even the family is involved in the learning material.
Hello everyone, on behalf of Vulcan Znanje Publishing House from Belgrade, Serbia. We participated for the BELMA Awards for the first time, and it is a great honor for us all that we have received Gold BELMA Award for the best textbook in category 1. Vulcan Znanje publishes textbooks and learning materials for primary schools, and it is a part of the biggest Serbian publishing house, Vulcan Izdavaštvo. Digital World is a completely new school subject for young primary school students in Serbia, and it started only last school year. The authors of the best textbook for 6- and 7-year-olds, Digital World 1, are Gordana Ratskov and Arpad Pastor. They have succeeded in applying their 25 years of experience of working with students, and together with the Vulcan Znanje editors, they created this textbook. Digital World 1 deals with the topics of IT and computer programming, and it is meant for the first graders. The main aim of this book is to get students interested in the new subject and to provide them with various games that will help them to become familiar with the basics of programming. Each topic in the textbook is created according to the student's age. Through various tasks, students can, independently or with adults' help, learn how to use the internet safely and how to think algorithmically. The design of the textbooks takes into account the age of learners, therefore the relation among illustrations and methodology apparatus is well balanced. The textbook contains tools as 3D animations, video and audio materials, interactive tests, educational tools and games for developing various cognitive skills. We are proud and honored with this award, and we express our gratitude to all BELMA jury members for having recognized our textbook as innovative and as the best European textbook. This award is perceived not only as a confirmation of everything we have accomplished so far, but as an encouragement for our team of authors, editors, and everyone else in the publishing house Vulkan Znanje to strive for creating even better textbooks in the future.
Well, thank you. And as you will see in a second, this is a very unusual situation.
Yeah.
Because Jean-Claude, yeah.
Yeah. As we said before, the work of the jury was very difficult this year, and for the next award, in fact, we awarded a second gold award for another category 1 learning, which is Make Your Mind Jump from Creativeness Center from Serbia. And as you can see, the life of the jury was very difficult this year. So you can actually see the positive comments which the jury made about this material with a very special format, very playful, sensitively oriented, very innovative in terms of presentation and so on. And really, you can see that 2 gold awards for category 1. Perhaps now we can see the Phil.
And 2 categories from the same country.
Yep.
Yes, 2 things. I think somebody's got their microphone open. I think it's Claire's. Could it be that you've got your microphone open? Some background noise, maybe. And also, I think, Dejan, you wanted to say something. Do you want to do it before the film or after?
I would like to do it right now, if it's okay with you and we all.
There you are.
First, thank you very much for the award. We are very excited and very thrilled with this award, although it's not our first award in this EPG contests along these years. At the second time, I would like to thank our authors. Slavica is one of the authors, Slavica Markovic, which is here with me, and her father is on a safe place because of Corona, now in a remote village outside of Belgrade, but he is still very active and very energetic and full of new ideas for the books for the youngsters. And as a third message from this short introduction, I just would like to send our best greetings to all the members of EPG and really to wish us all to see you each other in person very, very soon. Now, in the movie, we tried to show you some things from the book that received this award. Thank you all and wish you all the best.
Okay, thank you.
Here it is.
Za sve nas u Kreativnom centru velika je radost što je naš novi predškolski materijal Igram se i razmišljam osvojio zlatnu nagradu u velikoj konkurenciji najboljih evropskih izdanja. Izdanja naše kuće već su nagrađivana. Osvojili smo do sada 7 nagrada na ovom takmičenju. U rad na knjizi Igram se i razmišljam, koja je deo nove serije, bio je uključen veliki tim. Ilustratori Nikola Vitković i Marko Šerer, lektori, likovni i tehnički urednici, kao i brojni redaktori, psiholozi, pedagozi, vaspitači. Nastojimo da svaka naša nova serija prati nove tendencije u ovoj oblasti, da bude inovativna, a pre svega da rad s našim knjigama bude zadovoljstvo za decu, vaspitače i roditelje. Ideja o ovoj knjizi nastala je 2020. baš tokom lockdowna. Tada smo počeli da pripremamo nova izdanja namenjena deci, obuhvaćenoj pripremnim predškolskim programom. Slušajući komentare roditelja i vaspitača o tome koliko je teško organizovati rad dece kod kuće, došli smo na ideju da ovladavanje matematičkim pojmovima iskombinujemo s vežbama oblikovanja i tradicionalnim i savremenim dečijim igrama. U vremenu tehnologije često zaboravljamo koliko je za dečiji razvoj neophodno kretanje. Prvi utisci vaspitača i dece koji su koristili ovu knjigu govore da je naša zamisao bila dobra. Deca su aktivnija, a zahvaljujući igri i lakše usvajaju matematičke pojmove i stiču trajnija znanja.
Veoma smo zahvalni žiriju što je ovako visoko vrednovao našu ideju. Učešće na jednom izuzetnom takmičenju za najbolji evropski obrazovni materijal za nas je velika čast, a detaljne evaluacije koje daje žiri pomažu nam da svaki naredni materijal bude još bolji. Četvrta nagrada za naš autorski tim obavezuje nas naravno da nastavimo da radimo i pokušamo da budemo još kreativniji.
Okay, that was our second gold
Okay.
in the same category. And now we move on to...
Okay. So it's this gold award was awarded to category 2, learning material, fable 3, aimed at literature from Hasjø in Norway. This material is aimed at different ethnicity, mixed families are represented. There's a large variety of exercises, very challenging and motivating material for the students. One thing noticeable is that harassment on the internet is also addressed in this digital material. Perhaps we can now see the video.
Yeah, or Cecilie, would you like to speak first?
Yes, please. I'd like to say first.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Hello, I'm Cecilie Ranke, and I'm the editor of Fabel, having the pleasure to work with this fabulous group of authors sitting right here.
Mm-hmm.
Say hello to them. It's Anne Bjorøy. Yes, hello. Kjersti Lundetre. Hello. Karianne Mega Grønli. Bjørn Arild Ersland. We are very happy and proud to have won the gold medal in this year's BELMA 2021. I would first of all like to thank the authors, of course, but also the designer, Marit Jacobsen, our photo editor, Hege R. Aspelund, our illustrators, our production team. Thank you also to all the teachers who have helped us along the way. It takes a fabulous team to make fabulous teaching aids. Here is Fabel.
Join us on life's most important journey, which will spark curiosity and invite new experiences. Take a dive into the wonders of the ocean, solve mysteries with the detectives, and crack the reading code with Fabel. The Fabel detectives will help the young explorers to analyze, understand, and reflect along the way. Maybe you want to learn about strange creatures, read about a ghost who loves to scare, or maybe you want to try speaking with different dialects. Discuss with the Fabel animal, what do you think, and what do the others think? Here you can easily explore fun themes together. Fabel's mission is to motivate and provide the feeling of accomplishment for everyone. Play your way through all the model texts, words, and terms you need to write about whatever you like. Fabel books and Fabel digital teaching aids go hand in hand with a new curriculum. Pupils can start this fabulous adventure already from first grade. Karianne Megar Grønli, Anne Birte Nyhammer Bjorøy, Bjørn Arild Ersland, and Kjersti Lundetre. Congratulations to our fabulous authors who are gold winners at BELMA 2021.
Okay. For those who were here last year, you will probably remember that I forgot to announce a complete title.
Yeah.
This year I'm not quite as bad, but what I did is I forgot to give Milica from Vulcan the opportunity to speak. So that was the first gold that we awarded, and I'm really sorry, and this is your opportunity to speak now.
Hi, thank you. Thank you, Helga. We just want to say thank to all BELMA jury members for this gold award. We are from Vulcan Znanje, the part of the biggest publishing house, Vulcan Izdavaštvo in Serbia. And this is the first time for us to participate in this competition. And really, it's a great honor. And it is really a beautiful opportunity to be among all these great publishers. So this award means a great debt to all of us, and really I speak in name of our authors, my colleagues in Vulcan Znanje and myself, just to say thank you. And really it's a great opportunity for our company and for ourselves to participate in this beautiful event, and just to say thank you and goodbye, and we are wishing really a successful book fair for you. Goodbye from Belgrade.
Thank you, Milica. And as you and I talked earlier, I said I was so nervous. Yes. And there you go.
Yes.
This is why I was nervous.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Bye. Bye. Goodbye.
Okay. Jean-Claude, will you continue with the next one?
Yes, the next gold award has been awarded to category 3. And as you can see, it's been attributed to STEAM, an interdisciplinary material from Svisa, Lithuania. It's truly innovative, as it is said here. Topics comprehensively address the general sustainability issue. There are typical sort of age-appropriate examples and argumentation, and what we found very interesting was this sort of learning by doing approach. Perhaps now we can see what there is on the video about STEAM.
Well, we won't see what's on the video this time because we have a live presentation by Milda. Milda, okay. do you want me to no, okay, you're doing it yourself. That's great.
Okay.
I uploaded. Is it in the right mode? Okay, hold on 1 second. It's now in presentation mode, I believe.
Yep.
Okay, so good evening, everybody. Milda from Šviesa. So we really feel very honored and very pleased to get this award. And actually, this is not a textbook based on any curricula. Therefore, we felt really free to actually create something new and something out of the box. And to meet the new and changing expectations from society that we really take seriously. We also put very strong emphasis on learning by doing approach, and very strong emphasis on calling for responsible and mindful attitude towards all sustainability issues that are out there. Focusing on global goals. And therefore, we invited children to dive into 15 interesting missions with us based on STEAM exercises. And as to the changing expectations, this is a popular STEAM accelerator in Vilnius for children. Actually, my children go there as well. They're very fond of it. It has 3D printers, various equipment, all the freedom for children to come up with any ideas they want to fulfill, and also a very strong focus on sustainability issues as well. So this is reality, and we take it very seriously, and we're very pleased to be open to those changing expectations that society brings upon us. We welcome and thank a huge team of our authors. So Viltautė, Jolita, Mantas, Kristina, Vaida, Ingrida, and Kestutis, you were the best. Also, I want to take an opportunity to thank our editorial team that put a lot of effort into this as well. Thank you for being creative. Thank you for bringing your talent together. Thank you for not being afraid to push the boundaries and to think out of the box. And as we believe in the why factor in the education in general, therefore we'll always try to bring some meaning into everything we do. And in this case, the global goals and the interesting sustainable missions were on the table. Therefore, those creative authors invited our students to create such interesting devices as food recognition device or smart waste sorting container, let alone a smart device for saving turtles. So if you want to have more ideas on the topic, please call us. And once again, thanks everybody, and it's very great and encouraging opportunity for us. It's our 5th BELMA, but the first goal, so we're very happy.
Great.
Thank you very much. I think you need to stop sharing your screen, Milda.
Yes, I'm fine.
Great. Thank you.
Yes, I'm stopping now.
Thank you.
And we can see you in full. And there's Jean-Claude with the last gold, which goes surprisingly enough.
Yeah.
Again to.
This time it's addressed to category 4, and it's I was going to say again Ashok, but this time for category 4, which a learning material called Memento 2, which is a German language course, and material with strong communicative approach, lots of German language TV shows, podcasts, movies, which really brings the learners to contemporary, very close to German culture. Lots of opportunity for differentiation, a very good material which the jury really appreciated. Congratulations again to Ashok.
Okay, thank you. I almost missed that one.
Meet modern Germany and its German-speaking neighbours. Have a look at culture, society, literature, politics, climate challenges, history and art. Learn more about yourself and improve your language learning strategies. Osgehaug's course in German as a foreign language for Norwegian upper secondary school students is called Memento 2. It engages the students' interest with topics and text that could just as well have been printed in a youth magazine. And it has a systematic and consistent progression. The course creates a cooperative, task-based classroom. It also gives the students a variety of speaking opportunities in many different contexts. With Memento 2, language learning is meaningful, interesting, and fun. Congratulations to the winning team.
Thank you. And I believe we have Julika here from Aschehoug. Would you like to say something?
Yes. Yes, we are very thankful for this award and proud to present our language course here. It was quite a journey making Momenta 2. We have learned a lot. It was a joy and a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So this actually concludes the gold. Thank you, Jean-Claude. This was a really a great bunch of exciting products.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we have these excellent titles, and not only in secondary, but also in pre-primary, as we saw, and in young adult with these last titles. So it is time now to move to our last category, but of course it's as important as the others, and it's the special prizes. And I'd like to remind you that when evaluating products, we also look at innovation or thinking outside the box. And it may be that these titles, that they do not get very high points that qualify for the regular awards, because there's a sort of strict scheme and how points are allocated, and you can check these quality requirements on the website. But it might be that these do have impressed the jury for different reasons. So every product that is handed in is also evaluated along these lines, you know, innovation, thinking outside the box. So this year we have 3 specials, and 2 are from category 2 and 1 is from category 3. And I will start with the first one in category 2, and I will sort of share also the screen for this. It is called Great. And as Jean-Claude, I can't read Cyrillic, so I won't try and pronounce this in any other way. But this is an online material for learning the Russian alphabet for students who start with Russian as a second foreign language. And it's online only, and it focuses on an interesting step-by-step introduction into letters, sounds, and the writing of the alphabet. And students can not only listen, but also record and compare their own pronunciation, which is great. So individualized learning is encouraged throughout, and immediate feedback makes this possible. And as we said at the beginning, you might remember that Corona sort of has put a focus on individual learning, and this is a product that really sort of fulfills the requirements. Via and Cynthia, do you want me to play the film first, or do you want to say something first?
We will say something first.
Yeah, there you go. They are online.
So greetings from Riga. So the last 2 years have been very difficult, and so first of all we will raise a glass to everyone, to authors, to the jury, to all the publishers in Europe for surviving these 2 years and bringing together a great team of authors wherever you are. So, and especially we would like to say huge thanks to our dream team who created this material. So author Nonna, if you are listening, editor Olesya, our digital material editor Linda, you are a dream team. So it has been a pleasure to be working side by side with you. So thank you to all the competitors, and thank you to the jury for giving us the special prize for our great Russian language learning material. Thank you.
Big thank to jury, and thank to Cynthia, because she was leading a project, and you're doing incredible things all together, we together.
Well, thank you.
Now the time for the video.
Okay, now we'll play the video.
квартире номер 5.
Well, thank you for that one. I think it's very interesting, and I guess people will get a chance to look at it in more detail if they contact you. And I'd like to mention that right after we finish here, we'll switch on the BELMA website, so all the information is there with who won what, and also some statements from the jury for every title. And as I said before, this film, once it's edited and my boo-boos are cut out, you will be able to watch it on YouTube, on the YouTube channel, and go there from the EP and BELMA websites as well. So now I come to the last but one title. Or it's not a title really, because as I said before, 1 second. So as I said before, Corona has changed teaching and learning and accelerated many digital developments. So one very good example for this is our second special prize, and it goes to Prosveta in Bulgaria, who reacted very quickly during the first lockdown and have reached many students through their video lessons with the teacher on TV. And at the same time, the platform eProsveta was expanded rapidly, and the videos made available via this medium as well. So this special prize really goes to two products, but the jury decided that they go together so well to treat them as one. The jury was impressed by the wealth of material. The platform and the amount of videos is still growing, and the possibilities the lessons provide for teaching and individual learning are great. So my question, Vladimir and Kina, would you like to say something, or shall I play the video first? I haven't made you participants, so you can only write in the chat, but in the meantime, I will play the video. And if you then want to say something afterwards, you are absolutely welcome to do so.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Vladimir Krstev, and I am Managing Director of Prosveta Libri, the company in charge of the digital content within Prosveta Publishing Group.
Good afternoon. My name is Tina Andreeva, and I'm Editor-in-Chief at Prosveta Publishing Group.
We are greatly pleased and honored to receive the special prize of the jury for our products Learning Online with a Teacher and the digital learning platform eProsveta. We are now in our own studio, where it all started in March 2020, when the outbreak of the new coronavirus brought about profound changes in education, from the traditional classroom to the online classes and virtual teaching. As the leading educational publisher in Bulgaria, we had to respond quickly to the growing need for more online learning resources. The coronavirus crisis gave a head start for the initiative Learning Online with a Teacher. In essence, it is a series of video lessons given by leading Bulgarian teachers. You can see some examples on the video monitor next to me. The target groups of the video lessons are primary or secondary school students, because student-teacher interaction is very important at this stage. The lessons could either complement a class or replace one. The Bulgarian Ministry of Education embraced the initiative, and all video lessons were broadcast on national television as well as on a Serbian TV network. The constantly growing collection of video lessons is now available to all teachers, students and parents on the dedicated learning platform eProsveta.
That's right. Our platform, eProsveta, delivers a wide range of learning experiences to students, teachers, and parents. The platform offers thousands of interactive resources, such as educational games, exercises, panoramic images, videos, and many, many more. The interactive content available on eProsveta is suitable for all ages and grades. Although the platform has been developed for the past 10 years, it has literally boomed during the coronavirus pandemic. Since March 2020, our editors and developers have added new features to the platform, such as the video lessons Vladimir talked about, e-lessons and self-assessment tests, which are specifically designed to support remote teaching and learning. Each e-lesson summarizes the essence of the respective lesson in the printed book and is a quick and effective way to learn or revise the material. Once students complete the self-assessment tests and their results are poor, they are referred to the section of the textbook where they can revise the material. Our mission is to continue enhancing our customers' experience by updating and expanding the interactive content on eProsveta.
Thank you for your attention. Hopefully, next year we will be able to meet offline.
Goodbye.
Yes, thank you. And I've just made Kina a participant. Kina, I hope you can join us now. This is called Cittadini con Dante. Excuse my Italian. And it's from Lattice Editore in Italy. And the jury felt that it's a great achievement to take a classical text and its reception in Italian culture as a point of reference to discuss issues and challenges concerning modern life, citizenship, men and women, refugees. So here it is, Dante's Divine Comedy on the occasion of the 700th anniversary of his death. The material invites students to look at the implications of his text and then to transfer this thinking to a present-day context through a challenging reality task activity. Again, as we've seen before in some of the products, this really furthers critical thinking, and the jury very much appreciates titles like this. So I'm going to show the last video. I've forgotten. Simone, did you want to speak before or after the film?
La giuria dei BELMA è composta da esperti internazionali che hanno una visione d'insieme dell'offerta dei libri di testo da tutta Europa. Per questo motivo ricevere un premio BELMA è un onore speciale che ci spinge a lavorare per proporre alla scuola sempre materiali di altissima qualità. Un ringraziamento alle autrici di Cittadini con Dante, alla giuria del premio e alla redazione della nostra casa editrice.
L'idea di Cittadini con Dante è nata dal desiderio di far conoscere ai più giovani Dante Alighieri, uno dei padri della cultura europea e occidentale. Il contenuto della Divina Commedia offre infatti la possibilità di affrontare temi di educazione civica di grandissima attualità. Abbiamo individuato 3 percorsi che consentono di esplorare in modo inconsueto la Divina Commedia e affrontare 3 temi rilevanti e urgenti. Ogni percorso offre pagine della commedia, oltre a testi di autori moderni, articoli di giornale, opere d'arte e testi di canzoni. Ai brani si alternano spunti di riflessione e suggerimenti didattici. Dai, serpa Italia di dolore e stello, nave senza nocchiere in gran tempesta, non donna di provincia, ma bordello.
Dante modello di cittadinanza si apre con il canto dedicato agli ignavi, quali modello di antipolitica. Seguono esempi di bene comune e di cittadinanza attiva.
da Antonio Gramsci fino alle parole di cantautori quali De André e Gaber.
Tu proverai sì come sa di sale le palle altrui, e com'è duro, calme scendere e salire per le tue scale.
Dall'esilio di Dante ai profughi di oggi parte con le profezie dell'esilio di Dante, fino ad arrivare al confino di Spinelli e Rossi a Ventotene, là dove è nata l'idea di un'Europa unita, ai cui confini premono oggi profughi e migranti.
Ricorditi di me che son la pia, Siena mi fe, disfecemi Maremma. Salsi colui che l'anellata pria, disposando m'avea con la sua gemma.
Il percorso di donne da Dante ad oggi prende come spunto 4 figure femminili presenti nella Divina Commedia: Piccarda Donati, la donna libera di scegliere; Costanza d'Altavilla, la donna in politica; Francesca da Polenta e Pia dei Tolomei, vittime della violenza di genere.
L'obiettivo di questo volume è non solo far conoscere l'attualità di Dante e la sua eccezionale valenza civica, ma anche sottolineare l'importanza di affrontare l'educazione civica in modo trasversale, per contribuire alla crescita dei cittadini e delle cittadine di domani.
So, at this point, we will conclude today's 2021 ceremony with a big thank you to everybody who participated, the winners as well as the this time not quite contestants, and of course the authors, the editors, the illustrators, the photographers, designers and publishers, and the teachers who test and use the materials. And as Jim pointed out right at the start of this event, we shouldn't forget the most important players in this game, the students who hopefully benefit from the products you have produced.
I can just thank the jury and for this prize, and say that this prize is not only a great recognition, but also an inspiration, and we will continue developing new features, new functionalities, new content, and we are really inspired to go on working on our platform.
Okay, great. And Simona, now, please, I see you are there with so many nice people, so say something.
Good evening, everybody. I'm here with our editorial staff and the authors of Citizens with Dante, which at this point I'd like to present to you. So you see Maria Canfora and Silvia Fraboni, and then we have Enrica Lavazza and our editorial chief. So thank you to the jury for this award, as I said in the video. It's been a honor to take part and to receive it, and to receive your comments on our work. So thank you very much.
I really, really hope that we'll meet again next year in person in Frankfurt.